This right here is a very specific type of invasion that a very specific type of player will enjoy very specifically. How specific are we talking here? We're talking real specific. Okay? We're talking all the way across from the Atlantic, full-blown specific. Now, sometimes, you know, you're driving down the road in your car. Maybe it's raining a little bit. Maybe you turn on your windshield wipers. Be safe. And after a few minutes, you realize that your windshield wipers are being over dramatic. You've got them on way too high of a setting for the amount of rain that's currently happening. And when that happens, you feel a little bit embarrassed that maybe somebody saw you. Somebody saw your over dramatic windshield wipers, and they say it wasn't like that. That's so totally unnecessary. That's so extra with the windshield wipers. And you're afraid. That's a very specific type of fear. You know, oh, people are going to laugh at me for having my windshield wipers on too high. You know? Shout out to that Phantom. Showing some gumption, some courage. Just, balls weren't bouncing his way today. But, you know, went out there, played a great game, made a name for himself, got some people talking. And we're going to see more from that kid in the future. Big things are happening for that guy right there. This is one of those invasions where what happens at the end of this invasion is revelation. You know? This is one of those things where you couldn't ask for a better ending to an invasion like this. So they're trying to fight the boss. An invader shows up. They run away. You know, one of their friends gets taken out. They wait for a blue to show up. Now a blue shows up. Now it's a whole new game right here. You know, we got look at this Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima cosplay right here. That's so good. That's so good right there. You know, that's exactly what he would look like in Elden Ring. That's the exact armor that he would wear, if you ask me. But yeah, so now we've got the situation going on. They feel like they got the numbers. I'm trying to make sure every possible enemy between here and where I'm taking these fellas gets aggroed. You know? I don't want it to ag shrink. I'm looking for it to ag grow my money. Keep grinding on that peanut cell. Saint Riot coming at you again with another session of invading with my Madness Katana guy, because I feel confident that the Elden Ring DLC is going to have a Madness Katana in it. This man right here making absolute plays, ghosting me, and just dipping out into the Shadow Realm so that he doesn't get taken out by fan daggers. And now we're taking him to the big boy with the big bowl cut. You know, usually you get a bowl cut on your head, the bowl's facing down. Not this guy. Bowl faces up. Bowl up. They roll up on the bowl up. I dip out. Deuces. The Mad Hatter, the big angry dumpling, is in the house tonight. And we're just going to rain down fiery hell chaos. Rip Jin Sakai. We'll see you in Ghost of Tsushima 2 from Sucker Punch Studios. Only on PlayStation. Now that he's taken care of, we got a little pew! A little bit of that madness. A little bit of that frenzy burst. Gets away from that one. But we got that jar cannon. I don't have the stats to use it, but that don't matter to me. That don't matter to me none. That don't make me no never mind. Do you understand? If you lived within, 2,000 feet of a swamp, you understood that. I know that. That's one thing that I know for sure, for certain. So like I said, it's a specific type of invasion we have right here. So now the blue's gone. Now that wasn't my intention to get rid of the blue. A lot of times when you do these invasions, these hosts, they're not, they fear for their lives a little bit. In Elden Ring, people they're either as afraid as your average Dark Souls 3 host, or they have absolutely no regard for their own well-being, and they will just walk headfirst into danger. Guess what? They summoned the boy back, Slade. I told you we'd be seeing some more from him. Here he comes, got the moon veil, got the scythe guy, got the frenzied spear. Now it's looking like things are going to change, right? Now I don't want to drag them back into the enemies again, because I know they're not going to go close to that boss. So let's take them the other way. This also allows the weird wagon to do some work, and when the weird wagon starts to work, that gives me time to put some work in myself. You know what I'm saying? That unsheath on the Uchi katana. Now it's not a lot, but it's a little bit of something. It's a little damage for them to think about. And, rest in peace to Weird Wagon. And here, the volcanic vents, it happens. Sometimes you get hit, it doesn't look like you should have, but you did. It's multiplayer, it's online, it's on the big internet. We all share it. It's one big web, and it's worldwide. And, occasionally you're going to have hiccups. And there's not much you can do about it. That guy just barely survived. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm glad he survived in hindsight. I'm glad that he survived, because that's going to, if he had died, now we're running all the way back. Now we're running all the way back so that they can resummon him again. I want this guy alive. The hosts, they are at their most vulnerable when these hosts that are afraid to die. They're at their most vulnerable when they have their friends, right? That's when they're at their most vulnerable. That's when they'll make mistakes. That's when they'll play the game. And, that's also when they'll just gank you to death. And that's the game. That's the game that we play. And there, the volcanic vent helping me out. You might have seen it clip somebody there at the end. That was very nice of the volcanic vent to hook me up with a little bit of damage. But again, I don't want anybody dead. But once we get past a certain point, I realize, this is the point of no return right here. Now, there's not a lot of enemies that's going to show up and help me out. It's raining men, hallelujah, but these men are nothing. These aren't good men. They're just little shambling corpses, basically. No big deal to these co-opers. They're not worried about these guys at all, understandably so. They are not afraid. But that's good. That's working for me. I would rather have 10 absolutely dumb, shambling zombies on my team than one big enemy on a horse that can kick me around and accidentally bump into me, or a dragon that accidentally breathes fire on me. I'd rather have these weak enemies than have one big bad enemy that, one, it might hit me, but two, it might steal my glory. We're looking for, remember, I said the ending to this invasion was something special, and I meant it when I said it, and I'll say it again. The end to this invasion is something really special, and you don't get an ending like what we're going to have here if some dragon or weird wagon kills your host, right? So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that perfect Goldilocks enemy, not too hard, not too soft, but just right. and a pile of shambling corpses and a basilisk or two, that's just right. That's just right. Nothing to be terrified of, but you can't ignore it. You know? And that's exactly what we want. That's the Goldilocks. That's the sweet spot. So I'm content right here, and I can rain down this chaos, or try to anyway. And they're trying to shoot lightning up at me. We're just stuck in a battle of stupid idiots. Him and me. Got the volcano pot running. Now we got the Moonveil guy. He's casting magic. We saw that coming. We got the death lightning, or the ancient lightning, whatever the hell it is. We got a little there. Oh, still no. Couldn't get a clip, you know, and that's sad. But here it is. Boom. I proc madness on myself. That's okay. That's okay. That's what the dumpling's for. That's what the dumpling is for. Now, if we can hit this now, like that. Oh, look at that. Even more damage. But my man survived it. My man survived it. We'll chuck the volcano pots and then maybe hit him with another flame of frenzy. And, you know, we're dual wielding. We're dual wielding the madness talismans right now. Those frenzied flame seals, you know. So we can really pump out some damage. We've got the dumpling buff going for us. Got all kinds of stuff. But watch this. It's a rerun. This is game 2. And what's on the line? Can he show that he's improved? Or will he die in the exact same way that he died last time? But, like I said, he showed some gumption. He got out there. Look, he's not the type of player who's going to come out and put up big points every night. But he's going to give you what he gives you consistently. You know, he packs a lunchbox. He brings it to work. He wears a hard hat. He's out there making hustle plays. All right? That kid's going places. Every team needs a glue guy. Just like him. Watch this. This is the most romantic ending to an invasion that you'll probably ever see. Ever. I don't know if this guy does the glitch on purpose here, if he does it on accident. But he does end up doing it a little bit, which is funny. You know, a player like this, it's hard to say. But I have a hard time believing that my man was trying to do the little animation skip. But he does, you know, he does do it at the end of the day. It does get done. And, yeah. But that doesn't matter. That don't make me no nevermind. What does matter, what does make me some nevermind, is the fact that I know he's got that lightning spell, that ancient dragon lightning or death lightning. Look at that. He wants to cast it, and he'll cast it point blank. Now I want him to cast it point blank. You're about to see the most romantic kiss you've ever... There's fireworks. You can feel it coming in the air tonight. Watch this. Smooch. Ooh. What a perfect invasion. Specifically crafted ending for a perfect invasion. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Later, y'all.